Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the Cassini Project. We're jumping in straight into where we left off last time. However, before we get started, Sarah is running a little late tonight, so she'll be popping in whenever. But instead of picking up exactly with the highly predictable revelation, we're starting with the captain and Lieutenant Graz on the bridge as the Cassini is coming out of warp into that star system you guys were told to go to.
Yes.
So Graz is all a bit bristling, sort of just shuffling about, a bit uneasy about the situation, but, he's following orders.
Yeah, there's a lot of that kind of frustrated tension on the bridge, I imagine.
Mm-hmm. Currently, each of the positions that are currently vacated, you have Lieutenant El Saba taking over Kagon's position at Science. You've got
Okay.
Rayshawn filling in for Talus at the Tactical Station for the moment. And Yoshima's got some random engineer replacing him.
Right.
Just as an FYI, all I get is a white screen, so that's what's being recorded right now.
Ooh, you might want to
no.
refresh.
Yeah. Pretty sure that asset's still in the game room.
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
Yeah, I see everything fine.
I'm seeing it.
There we go, and it's there now.
Okay.
Right. Yay, errors!
Well, let's just get all these internet bugs out of the way while we can.
Yes. Harrison's doing that thing where he's interlocking his fingers, arms on his legs, looking forward, not trying to show his stress, but it's obviously there.
All right. Is there any information you would like to get about your current location, etc., etc.? Keep your mind off of the situation, kind of deal.
I said I'd like to know what kind of radiation the star is emitting and how long we can expect to hide our presence from the Iconians.
I'll have Lieutenant El Saba do a standard scan of the system.
Mm-hmm. Would you like to take control of her, Don?
Yeah, I think that would be logical.
All right. Didn't get a chance to do an asset for her, unfortunately.
No worries. Secondary character.
I'm going to eventually. It's just going to take a lot of time.
Yeah. I can always help with that. It'd give me an excuse to get back into Star Trek Online for a bit. Anyway.
It's not so much as the fact that it's a Lobby costume item I need to get for her. Anyway, so reason science difficulty 1.
Okay.
And for
stellar cartography, I was just about to ask.
Yep.
All right, let's do this then. Reason science.
All right, you succeed. So, El Saba goes, well, Captain, it's just putting the white dwarf is just putting out a lot of gamma and X-ray radiation. Nothing our shields can't handle. There's only one planet in the system, and it's a Class J gas giant with a hydrogen atmosphere. If it would be okay with you, sir, this would be a really good location for the ship to refuel using the ram scoops. Beyond that, this place is giving off a lot of ambient radiation that's going to make it hard for us to be detected.
Is that just near the corona star, or is that the entire system?
Most of the system. And that also includes near the planet.
In case that would be a good idea to refuel that planet, go ahead and set a course.
Aye, sir.
Right.
Does Red need to roll?
It's difficulty 0. If you want to, you can.
Yeah, why not?
All right. Difficulty 0.
I'll take a momentum for an extra.
All right.
Just gonna build it up, right?
Just want to try and build it up. and to minimize any downside as well, because, cautious.
Yeah, smacking into a gas giant, not the best thing.
Nice.
Yeah, really nice. All right, so that's 2 momentum gained. All right, so you put yourself into an extremely low orbit, start scooping some hydrogen off of the upper levels of the star. Of the planet. Wrong thing to fuel scoop there. And the ship's power levels start rising. There's requests from various departments of, hey, while we're getting this extra fuel, can we replicate necessary things we're running low on, etc.
Provided it's something we can't that's what I'm looking for. We'll do it in order of priority, obviously.
All departments.
Medical supplies, security supplies, engineering supplies could probably go first, and then whatever else.
Yeah, that's generally the departments who are asking for it anyways. There's not a lot of requests from, like, the astrobiologists. Hey, can we just, like, take some of the samples, man? There's not a lot of that right now. Everyone's a little on edge.
Alrighty.
Can we have one particle?
Then yeah, obviously we'll do what we can while we have the time. That's all we can do right now is sit on our hands.
And it's at this moment you get your communications officer responds, Captain, we have an incoming transmission from the Admiral.
Oh, lovely. Just show our position again.
It's coming in over... So he pops in. There's actually some static actually on the screen because the signal's being interrupted by all the radiation. Captain, glad to see you made a safe withdrawal.
No, we did, Admiral, as ordered.
I'm sorry. It just was too much of a risk to leave you there. I want to let you know...
Go ahead.
Things are not going well at Beta Z. We're doing our best, but the Iconian forces are pushing hard.
As it usually goes. It's been going this entire war.
Yeah, would like that to end as well. And I'm hearing boom, 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 boom from you tapping your thing, man.
Yeah, no, he's... Sorry.
That was in character?
Yes.
Okay. He goes, look, I have a QEC line in to what I believe is the camp that the Patriarch is at. They haven't used it, which in of itself concerns me. But as soon as I hear confirmation from them, I will try to make arrangements to get a small fleet in as a distraction so that you can extract your people and the Patriarch.
It would be appreciated.
Forwarding a line with the QEC's quantum signature and various other information that you may require.
Thank you.
Stay safe, Captain.
Likewise. Cassini out.
And he leaves. And Elsaba is like, yeah, we just received all the information, including the signature of the quantum entanglement.
All right. Keep an eye on those communications channels. As soon as we get word, I want to get over there immediately.
Aye, aye, Captain.
I hate this. Waiting.
Well, you think it's bad for you. I left my wife down there. As you're hearing from Rayshawn.
Mm-hmm. Believe me, if we weren't directly ordered, we would not have left. And even still, I contemplated staying.
Well, what do we do now? This is coming from one of the random ensigns.
We wait. We hope the away team can do their job.
All right. Before we cut to the away team, is there anything you guys want to do right now, or?
Raz would be wanting to just be ready to go as soon as word's done, so I don't think he would be interested in like any side projects.
All right.
We're like a coiled up animal waiting. Pounce.
All right. So just like pre-made course set for return to Cait.
Yep.
All right. Well, then we're going to cut down to the away team down on the planet. As our executive officer has come face to face with her future boyfriend. Sorry, their future boyfriend.
Yeah.
And apparently a tiny Jimador right there.
He's
Oh,
so
God.
small.
Sorry. He wasn't showing up for me until someone pointed him out. The problems I have making this thing.
We appreciate it.
As soon as I see him, I'm gonna try and like quote unquote raise my mental shields.
So I'm not going to have you roll for it. He's not probing your mind.
Okay, that's fine. But like, it would be like an immediate like, oh fuck, like, boop.
Oh yeah, if anyone has the loudest thoughts on the crew, it's probably Catheris.
This is not wrong.
You don't need to at me.
It runs in the family, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Who are you?
Is he addressing the group or anyone in particular? Okay.
He's addressing the group, aimed at you because you're taking point.
Yeah. I'm Commander Catheris of the USS Cassini. These are fellow operatives of the USS Cassini. We were sent to retrieve the Patriarch.
As soon as we're sent to retrieve he says, stop right there. And he starts walking closer to you. The other men don't know he's here. Don't blow his cover.
Noted.
So you're an extraction team.
I just nod.
And he goes, well, what kind of ship do you have? Because I have a lot more people here than just one Patriarch. Or am I dealing with a Miranda class, a Galaxy class, an Odyssey class?
Pathfinder. No.
So a small frigate-sized ship.
That is right. It is a Pathfinder, right?
Yeah, it's a Pathfinder.
Okay. I wanted to make sure. I was like, I said it, and then I was like, oh, wait.
You can always just, check. We have the character sheets.
That's fair. But yeah.
He goes, damn, I wish you were like a Galaxy. I've got over 300 people here I need to have extracted.
Do I know if we have room for that many people on the...
Hell no. Your ship's standard crew complement should be 177. You have 140 some odd people on board. I mean, it's just a big version of an Intrepid class. It's just a bulked up Voyager. You could hold comfortably up to 300 people, including the crew, but you are not fitting 300 people in without shallow breathing.
You could probably get by for a couple hours. Drop them off at the nearest safe space.
Which would be more than a couple hours away.
And getting 300 people onto the ship would just be far too time consuming.
Yeah.
And I don't know about the whole potential of another ship incoming.
Correct.
Or our ship incoming, for that matter.
Yeah, that's fair. And I'm just gonna kind of look to him for like a command title.
Well, in the last episode, he introduced himself as Commander Mazue.
I'm sorry, Commander.
I understand. I don't know why you want the Patriarch. And he's whispering this to you. He's not saying this super loud so that others can hear.
Political something for us, something.
Gotcha. Do we have to worry about the Agron needing to be extradited as well? This is the Agron would be the equivalent to the Prime Minister of Cait.
There wasn't any necessary notification, but honestly, I don't think it would hurt.
Understood.
If we can, yes. If we can't, no.
I understand. Follow me. And he gestures for all of you to follow as he pulls back some dense foliage. You guys walk for about, I'd say, 20 to 30 meters. As you come out of it, you're seeing a kind of a really ragged, run-down camp. There's no, like, tents or anything. People are just, like, lying under big leaves and stuff. It does appear to be about 300 people in this clearing. A lot of them look like they were, like, office workers who are wearing like shredded suits and stuff from hiking through the forest. A lot of children here too. You'd say about 60 to 70.
Oh, Christ, you had to show children.
Mm-hmm. They're refugees from the capital city. They took everyone they could.
Yep, that's great.
Yep. Looks like there's some malnourishment going on too. They've been in here for a week, so...
Oh, that's actually a good point. Does anybody look injured? Is there like an area set off for injured?
Yes. There are several people who appear to have taken injuries. A lot of them look like things like broken legs and stuff. Probably, fell down a cliff that was disguised by plants and stuff like that. There's only a couple of what look like combat injuries. And they look really in rough shape.
Varask will look to Catheris and Commander, while you're doing this, may I go tend to the wounded?
I will look to Mazoy for confirmation.
He just
Does
nods.
our doctor... Good.
All right. We'll come back to Varask in a few minutes.
That's fine. He'll head over that way.
Okay.
Kagon will head with him.
All right. Kagon heads with. All right. Commander. Or rather, commanders. How would you like to handle this? Are you going to let Mizue take the lead, or...
Did he show us to... Like, he just showed us to the camp. He didn't show us, like, anyone in particular.
Correct. You do see several people who are dressed in the same honor guard outfit. Most of them appear to be wearing... so the honor guard gear in STO has a helmet option, and a lot of them are wearing that. Faceless NPCs. You figure one of them's probably...
For now... Point.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that, please?
For now, I will let Mazoy take point.
All right. Mazoy says, come with me specifically, Commander. The rest of you, please check in with my lieutenant over here for defense assignment until we can deal with the extraction. All right. And so he takes you, Commander.
Yep.
And he taps one of his soldiers on the shoulder and makes a hand gesture. The two of you follow out and beyond the clearing into another thicket. And he goes, Patriarch, this Starfleet officer is here to extract you. And the Patriarch removes his helmet. I see.
I will give a little bit of a nod of acknowledgement.
He nods back. For what purpose is this extraction? I assume you're here to extract all of us. Why me in particular? And especially Starfleet. I figure you'd have no love for me.
There has been some discussion amongst the Admiralty that they wish to discuss shipyard access on Friday.
Really? And he just gets this kind of twisted grin. They want something of me. They seriously expect something of me.
I just kind of like splay my hands in like a hey man gesture.
Commander, you're a Caitian. You know the bad blood that our people have. You understand the relationship I have with the Federation as leader of my planet.
I do.
Then you can also appreciate that I fully intend that if you require my extraction for something like this, that I am going to request a very high price from the Federation.
I would expect less.
That's good. Now, what are you going to do about all the people with us?
We're going to take as many as we can in one fell swoop. And if necessary, back up to take the rest.
Understood. In which case, all I can say is take the children first.
Understood. Unfortunately,
I'm sorry, you're cutting out.
Unfortunately, you also have to come first.
Understood. And I fully see the opportunities that await.
You're, in some ways, you're an opportunity, one that we desperately need. Take advantage of it.
You talk rather strangely to me, Commander. As far as I know, we've never met, but yet you speak with familiarity.
I'm just gonna kind of like give him a twisted smile. Temporal Prime Directive, Patriarch.
Ah, I see. And you can see Commander Mazoy is like, really? Seriously? And the Patriarch just goes, unfortunately for you, I don't care. That's your directive. I need to know if you're someone worth trusting. Are your defenses still up?
No.
Okay. Are you going to resist as he starts probing you?
Nope.
All right. Well, this is going to kind of suck for you.
Yep.
Yep. Well, so
That's a double threat.
Oh, that's what, 4 threat I just gained from that? Yeah. And you suddenly realize that he's been probing your mind, and then it kind of overwhelms you as you quickly realize you can't get your defenses up in time, and he just reads all of you instantly.
Oh, good.
This is fine.
Yeah.
Is it possible to read a Gemhodor's mind?
He's talking to Catheris.
Oh, okay.
Just Catheris. Everyone else is back at camp.
Yeah.
I see.
That like stumble back kind of thing. Like shake my head.
You see him kind of sniff a little bit of the blood that dripped from his blows. From his nose. Not his blow. Yes, his blows, not his nose. He sniffs up the drop of blood. His eyes stop glowing blue. And he goes, well, that's certainly fascinating. And he turns to Mazoya and goes, you certainly have quite the taste in lovers. I need to get back to my duties. And he walks away.
I just kick the nearest rock.
Well, you're barefoot, so take 1 point of stress as you then my claws And Mazoya is just like, what the fuck?
Last time
He doesn't usually do that. I'll make a note. And by the way, we don't have a Temporal Prime Directive amongst our forces. We tend to just avoid time travel.
Trust me, it makes things a lot easier if you do.
Oh, no doubt. What is it with your people and wandering into anomalies and getting yourself copied and traveling through time and various other things?
I don't know. I wish I could tell you.
Don't take this the wrong way, but I need some time to process this.
Yeah, no, that's
No, I don't think you
This to
understand. I don't think you quite grasp why. You do understand the only reason we're here is because he is trying to negotiate some good faith with your people. Just so that we can maybe finally bury the hatchet. I don't even know if it's worth doing.
It's worth doing.
If that's the case, then I will trust his judgment that you're telling the truth. And maybe I need to get over myself.
And I'm just gonna like awkwardly shuffle back to the group.
And Mazoe goes in the opposite direction.
Gonna look to Talus.
Talus is just gonna raise an eyebrow.
I fucked up?
Did you let him read your mind?
I wasn't ready, and then he was just in my head.
Am I allowed to say, damn it, Commander?
Yeah, you can.
Well, I guess being transparent means he might cooperate more with us, I guess.
Temporal Prime Directive. Oh boy.
From
Oh,
now on, we're putting. Sorry.
Everyone's gonna be mad at me because I changed the future.
Maybe.
Who knows if you actually did? I ain't no snitch.
Just for future reference, though, Talus needs to be the one in charge of the spray bottle for Commander Catheris. Bad commander.
Just don't do it again. I'd like things to kind of be the way that they were. I mean, not all the things, but they should be the way that they were when we get back.
Yeah, no, that's yeah. He's really sneaky with the. And I kind of like wiggle my finger.
Yeah, tell me about it. First time I ever met a Betazoid, it was an interesting experience. Let me just say that. You're not used to being that unintentionally vulnerable with people.
Yeah. Anyway, how are we helping?
Well, and this is Kashima. Well, we've been asked to kind of help with some of the patrol duties. Apparently, they're able to mask their life signs because of the magnesite deposits in the rock around here. It's also they're also laced with ultritium, which is interfering with subspace communications, and they think is dampening the Iconian gateways.
A natural shield.
Yeah, there's just one problem. They then have to eliminate Iconian forces entirely that come up here.
They've been doing this for a week. That's impressive.
They only found this place about 3 days ago, according to the lieutenant. They've been on the run for the previous 4 days before that. All right. Do you want to switch over to the medical teams?
Yeah, let's let Vrask do some.
All right. So we'll switch over to Vrask and Kagon. Okay, so you guys are looking at 3 people, a Klingon, a Gorn, and a Farasan who've been hit by Iconian weaponry. One has already had to have his arm amputated. Another has lost both his legs. And the other has the freshest wounds. And there's some kind of necrotic activity happening across his abdomen.
Oh, okay. We're going to go to that one first.
All right, so to the necrotic guy, can I get you to do a reason medicine?
May I assist?
You may assist.
I'm assuming a few of my focuses would apply here.
Let me see. Yeah, I would say your combat medicine and focus applies for Ask. Kagon.
Xenochemistry, perhaps? Or xenobiology? If I'm focusing on scanning the necrotic tissue to see what's causing the necrosis?
I'm actually going to say you have a focus that applies. I'm not going to tell you which one, but it's not those.
Okay.
All right. So it's going to be a difficulty 3 roll. The triage of this.
Okay. I will give you. Do I bold it or just take a momentum?
Yeah, just take a momentum.
I'll take a momentum.
All right, momentum spent.
I just gave him a ton of threat he doesn't need anymore.
Oh, I actually have a talent called triage. Okay, that's interesting.
Yes, you do. It's been a while since you've got a chance to actually do something.
Yeah.
But, yeah, and it does apply here.
Okay, so I will go ahead and roll.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Okay.
You're being assisted by Kagon. All right.
Don't you get a reroll?
No. He used
I don't-
momentum.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't use bold. I just grabbed them.
Okay.
Yep. All right. So you're scanning through this Vrask, and Kagon's like, wait, I've seen these readings of somewhere before. And you realize, oh my god, Iconian weapons are laced with dark matter. This person's being eaten alive slowly by dark matter deposits. And your complication is it's already beginning to affect his internal. Nothing you can really do at this point. This guy's going to disintegrate into like dust.
Is this a Klingon?
This is the Gorn.
How? What is Gorn culture like when it comes to like how much have they assimilated into Klingon culture? Like, would it be better to just give this Gorn a warrior's death, or to just ease his suffering?
You're going to have to make a roll on that one because
Okay.
that's going to be, because you're out of touch with Klingon culture, difficulty 2, Insight Command.
Insight Command. Alrighty. I'm presuming I don't have a focus that applies.
Nope. You
I
should
am
not have
going
a...
to. I'm going to grab a momentum.
Okay.
And let me check that quick study talent, see what that does. Sorry, bear with me a minute. I think quick study is in the science.
Well, while you're looking that up, Vrask, you're also quickly able to die. The guy who lost both his legs, you're also reading the same trace of dark matter in him. That one's not as severe, but if something isn't done quickly, he will also die.
Okay, if that's the case, I will leave the Gorn with Kagon, and Vrask will move over to the... Which patient was this one?
This one will be the Klingon.
Klingon.
And the thing about the dark matter traces you're finding, they're in the bloodstream.
Okay, I'm thinking for a moment.
All right,
That's
I'm ready to make my roll if y'all are good.
Yeah.
All right, having spent the momentum for an extra die, here's the roll. 2 successes.
All right. So you just succeed. The Gorn are still trying really hard to hang on to their own culture.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really have a concept of a warrior's death. There's a variety of different Gorn afterlife traditions. You think none of them are really going to be applicable here because they all require a body, and you're pretty sure this dude's going to disintegrate.
Is he conscious?
Yes, in a lot of agony.
Okay.
And I should mention he's barely conscious.
I'm gonna prepare a painkiller basically.
Okay.
And once his head is cleared a little bit, I'm gonna tell him what's going on. Like, there's nothing we can do to save you, but I can make your passing less agonizing.
So you give him a hypo that's like filled with naproxen or something.
Yeah.
And he kind of is in a daze. Yeah. And he's kind of in a daze and is like, he doesn't even really talk. He looks like he's so out of it, he can't even really do that anymore. And he just kind of nods and just kind of falls asleep.
Basically, feel like I've done all I can for him. I'll rejoin the doctor.
Okay. So, Doctor, you've got a Klingon who's lost both his legs with dark matter traces in his bloodstream.
Is there any way that I can... Is there any way I can help him to somehow either neutralize the dark matter or get the dark matter out of him or some...
If you were on the ship, you could transport the dark matter out, but the only way you'd really be able to do that from down here, you'd have to basically extract it from his blood.
Is that possible?
Do you have a bypass machine?
I brought a standard med kit.
Then
So
no. That's the trade-off.
You know, you have an engineer.
You have two.
Yeah.
This is true. How
it might be
difficult
time
would
to
it
do
be?
might be time to Star Trek style cobble something together.
How difficult would it be to build a bypass machine?
Especially a dialysis machine you're looking for, right?
Yeah, it would have to be a bypass machine because you got to get all that stuff out of him before it gets. Once that happens, it's going to affect his heart, and then it's going to start disintegrating his heart.
Doctor, I wonder if we could use procedures similar to what Starfleet uses to slow down the Borg assimilation process.
Do a recent science check to see if that's a plausible theory.
Okay. Is that
Me or the doc?
Kagon?
The doc should be the one to do that.
Okay. May I assist?
Good. No, because this is him running off of his medical knowledge.
Okay.
Okay.
You said reason science or reason medicine?
Reason medicine. I'm going to say your medical training applies here. Or actually,
Okay.
no, emergency surgical technique.
Okay. And I'm actually probably I'm gonna do a bold so I can get a reroll.
All right. All right, this is difficulty 2.
Now you're going to get like 6 successes.
Maybe.
Then now you've said that and you took them away. See?
Ugh.
I'm gonna reroll that complication.
Good man. All right. So re-rolling when it comes to like, wait, could that work? And then you think about it more, and you're like, oh no, there's no way this could work because the way we slow down Borg regeneration and Borg nanites is we basically we're dealing with solid matter particles that we can interact with. We're slowing them down by slowing down the body's metabolism. We're doing it by attacking the nanites directly, and it doesn't matter what the metabolism is like on this guy. The dark matter is ignoring that entirely. And on top of it off, you have nothing that can interfere with the dark matter without disintegrating itself. So any of those techniques, you just end up wasting.
Mazaka brought pattern enhancers with us, didn't he?
Yes, he did bring pattern enhancers.
I also brought a sabotage
kit. Yeah.
Part of me's wondering if there's any way we could possibly jury rig some sort of, using the pattern enhancers, some sort of wonky beaming tech, because I forgot the name of the beaming tech for the moment.
Okay, I'm not there, but can I offer a suggestion?
Do you want your meta knowledge, guys?
I could just. I don't have to. I'm just offering.
I feel like we probably shouldn't, unless you've got a secondary character that's on the ground.
No, I don't. Not anyone. Oh, unless you want me to control one of the engineers.
Well, Kashima's already been claimed by Baz for making rolls.
I don't know if there's anyone there who would have the engineering knowledge that I could control.
That you can control, no.
Can I help? If I see them like talking, can I come over?
Of course.
I will mosey on over because I see them talking about like, oh, maybe if we do this, maybe if we do. Anything I can help with?
So sorry, Commander. We're just these patients here have been hit by Iconian weaponry that's laced with dark matter, and it's slowly disintegrating them from the inside. We're trying to think of a way to extract the dark matter without actually handling it, because it'll disintegrate whatever comes in contact with it.
Can I make a knowledge roll to see if I know?
What kind of a knowledge roll would you like to make? There'd be reason.
Yeah, like reason. If like I know, like, because I have a like with the tech that we have, like
reason
a type.
engineering roll.
Yeah, like a type 3 phaser, pattern enhancers, whatever else. Like, can we potentially come up?
You can make a roll for that, sure.
And you said reason engineering?
Reason engineering.
All right. I will give you a dice for I'll give you a threat for both.
Threat for bold. Just ranking up that threat today.
Yeah, and I'm assuming I don't have a focus.
No, there's no. Do you have a transporter's focus? That's about the only thing I could think of.
No, I have decryption, advanced holograms. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Three successes.
All right, I'm going to give you 2 momentum for that. So a transporter is a pretty complex device. Now, there are micro transporters, like the ones you screw on the end of a TR-116.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as I know, none of you took one of those with you.
No.
And a pattern enhancer is basically just a large beacon. It's basically doing a scan of the person, and basically it's working as kind of like a relay beacon. It's like a repeater that's sending that data back up so that it's a stronger signal.
Okay. Do I know? Sorry. Go on.
So if there's a plan to like beam them out, you literally don't have anything that would work.
Do we have anything that could filter, like work as like a dialysis machine, or like something to like filter the?
So that's the kind of thing that would be kept in sick bay. There's not, and even in the 25th century, like we don't even do dialysis. We just grow you a new kidney.
Right.
This is a really specific piece of tech that you would have had to bring with you, and even if you rigged something up, you guys weren't expecting to be going in doing surgery, basically.
Right.
As far as a technological solution, you basically have a bunch of hyposprays, maybe something to rig a tourniquet, but that's basically about it. You just got what's in the standard medical and engineering kits, and it's not a lot.
And there's no way stasis would help, right? Because it's...
So even if you did put them in stasis, blood will still circulate to a degree.
Right.
And you're still leaving the matter in there. It's still going to touch things, and it's just going to continue to disintegrate.
What are the components of a Ferocin railgun?
It is basically a tetra projectile weapon.
I'm gonna go find Mazoy and see if he has anything that we could potentially.
All right. You talk to Mazoy for a little bit, and he goes, I don't think we've got anything like that. We've been struggling against these Iconian weapons for a while. We've suspected that they have some dark matter properties. Unfortunately, all our tricorders were destroyed during our trip in here. The only thing we've got are personal shield generators, and these we picked up off the corpses of Iconians. Holds up one of the herald staffs.
Can I see?
He hands it to you. It's about a 2-meter long staff. It seems like there are components that aren't like touching each other, but when you try to go through the gaps, you feel resistance like you're touching like a big magnetic field. And it feels very otherworldly. It is fairly like for its size, it feels fairly light, like maybe about a hollow aluminum tube about that size.
I'll be back, and I'm gonna take it to Mizaka and Kashima, and we're gonna brainstorm.
All right. As you walk outside, this is when the Gorn expires, and it's that effect from Discovery where when they got killed by the dark matter, their body just kind of disintegrates into this like purple dust.
Shit. Yeah, I'm gonna speed walk.
All right.
And as far as we know, this is the thing that the Herald staff is what causes the dark matter displacement. Yeah.
It is a forced anti-proton beam weapon laced with dark matter.
Gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll walk over to Kashima and Mizaka.
The two of them just look at us and go, "This is well beyond our comprehension."
If I hit it with a rock enough times, do you think I can make something that can save that Klingon?
No, I think if you hear Masako, I think if you hit that with enough times with a rock, you're going to kill us all.
Do you have any ideas?
You feel someone tap you on the back of the shoulder.
I look.
And it's Mizoe, and he says, "I have one. May I?"
Sure.
So he takes it, and he walks over to the patient and fires.
What the fuck?
He gave him a warrior's death.
He shouldn't have to suffer. The odds of you saving him like that was not high. What's Varos's reaction to this euthanasia?
Varosk is actually stunned into silence, and he is staring. I don't know how the muscular features, or like the musculature features of a Teferi's face work.
They're humanoid. Like a human. Like a person with a lot of prosthetics on.
Okay, so in this instance, there would be a large amount of barely, but also fairly restrained emotions that are flickering there.
Lots of anger, sorrow, etc.
Yeah, there is a lot of that.
I'm guessing Kagon knows at least enough Klingon culture to know that when a Klingon warrior passes, you howl to announce that he is coming into the afterlife. So that's what Kagon is doing. So like y'all hear Kagon just roar at the top of his lungs.
And immediately as soon as he starts, Zoe drops the weapon and covers her mouth.
Yeah.
We aren't doing that. And it's at that moment, at the very edge of your hearing, you hear the boom, 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 of gates opening about
Shit.
at the edge of your hearing range, Catheris.
As soon as she says that, if hearing that, Varask is bending down to pick up the Iconian thing, the weapon, and he's looking at Catheris for direction, because he has a lot of things he wants to shoot and kill right now.
Okay.
Alright.
I'm gonna pull out my fucking Type 3, and I'm gonna point in the direction where I heard all of the gates open.
Alright. So Varask is going to end up using the Herald Staff.
Yeah, sure, why not? He's
yeah. Alright, I'm sending you the staff. I'm sending you the staff inside the in our chat room.
Okay.
So you can.
So, by the way, I need control of Kashima. If I'm.
Oh yes, yes you do. Where is he? There he is. There you go. All right. So everybody, including the Patriarch, sets up a firing line.
Oh, by the way, just to get this out there, God damn it, Kagon.
Nah, Kagon was doing what he was being respectful, but
he was, but he gave you away.
Odds are, so they heard that, but not the weapon firing. Okay.
Kagon's the weapon. If you hear it, is very. They might think it was just one of their other groups firing at something. There is wildlife in here they've had to deal with. That doesn't mean shit. Kagon is loud.
Varask is going to kill things, and he's going to enjoy it right now.
Oh my god! Balance this, motherfucker!
Fantastic! The pacifist has become the killer. All right. After a few minutes, you start seeing movement through the trees. And 2 Iconians step out. One appears to be a harbinger, the other appears to be a thrall.
What is the distance for one of these staff?
It would be long range.
Okay. I kind of want to shoot at the Herald first.
Which one? There's 2 of them.
Oh, I thought you said the other one was... you cut off of the other one. So I'll shoot the one that comes out first.
So the Harbinger.
Yeah.
The big boy. Gotcha.
Yes.
Alright. So you want to make a control security roll? This is going to be an increased difficulty because of unfamiliarity with the weapon. So difficulty 3.
Control security. Would any of my focuses apply here?
I'm pretty sure you don't have a focus in Iconian handheld weaponry.
No, but I've got xenobiology. I could pinpoint a certain part of the body. Okay.
You're dealing with a species that literally we learned about a month ago.
Gotcha. Alright.
Any momentum or
point
threat?
shoot.
Yeah. Any momentum or threat spends?
Since we're fighting Iconians, does our momentum double up?
Yes.
And another question, are we going to do deadly?
I don't think you have a choice with that Herald rifle.
Yeah, the Herald rifle is deadly.
So, like, with the deadly property, I've looked this up, it's just more difficult to use it as a non-lethal weapon.
Yeah.
But, so, if it's deadly, we always have to give a threat to use it as deadly.
Okay, so all right, control security. I'll go ahead and take a momentum
All right.
to add a dice in.
All right. And since it's a deadly weapon, I'm taking a threat. Fire.
And I'm firing.
Come on, Doc, you can do it.
Wait, what did you say the difficulty was?
3.
Hmm. Okay, let's just. I was gonna try. I was thinking about spending a value, but I'm just gonna.
I mean, you could.
Keep it.
It'll
keep
ruin
it
that guy's day if you hit.
I'll just roll.
All right, roll. Well, you miss, and the shot goes wild and sets fire to a tree.
Shitties. All right.
All right, so that Harbinger is pissed off, and he's going to take a shot at you.
Oh!
Oh, this will be fun.
Yep. And since he's familiar with the weapon, he doesn't get a discount on additional complications. But he rolled pretty shittily, so that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've got 6 resistance. I just need you to make a roll with your challenge dice to see if your shields reduce difficulty. Sorry, reduce resistance. Blech. Words, I can do them tonight.
So I'm just rolling one challenge dice.
One challenge die. If you roll an effect, nope, you're good. All right, your shields just go, and then they rapidly regenerate, and you take no damage.
Okay.
All right, who wants to go next?
That was so lucky.
Maybe our security
Talus.
officer.
Yeah.
Yeah, Talus is gonna aim, and she has with her type 3, and she has Deadeye Marksman, so that reduces the difficulty. by one.
Perfect. So difficulty 1 to hit. What target?
The first herald that comes through.
All right, so the Harbinger. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you want to make that roll, please?
All right. That's control security, right?
Control security, difficulty 1.
Okay.
All right, nicely done. Roll damage.
All right.
Ooh, can you? Oh.
Really?
If don't you have something that allows you to you can spend a point of momentum to reroll if you'd like.
That would be great.
Yeah, I mean you just need to reroll 5.
Yeah, I'll reroll 5. All right.
Now that's much better.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, that's 1, 2,
Does Talus
3,
have
4.
quick to action, Sarah?
She does.
Sorry, I'm back.
10, 12 damage. And by way of bouncing these guys, but they're high resistant. This one's the high resistance one, so he's knocked unconscious. Nicely done. He's not dead. He's not dead. You get him square in the head, and he just kind of collapses over.
All right, so there's another Harbinger and a...
It's a Thrall.
Oh,
They're kind of... There's one Harbinger, one Thrall.
Okay. How far from me is Thrall?
They were both at medium range.
Can I close the distance in a move?
Yes. I'm not sure why. Are you going for a hand-to-hand attack?
Yep.
Was that a yes or a nope?
Yep.
It was like a yup. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Can I
All
assist by providing a distraction?
You may. Which I'm gonna say that destruction will end up being the fact that you knocked out his boss.
Cool.
But you're gonna have to roll for it to see if it actually distracts him.
Okay. Do I roll one?
Yeah, I'm just gonna have you roll run, and if it's a success, you successfully distract him, which will reduce Catharis' roll difficulty.
Okay. Is it control security or daring security?
I'm gonna say that one's daring security.
Okay.
Nice.
Yep, you succeed, and he's just like, what the hell? So, Catharis, this melee attack is going to be considered difficulty 0 opposed.
Okay. I am running up. I'm gonna buy a extra die for cautious.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use my value fucking Iconians.
Okay, then.
And I'm gonna claw this motherfucker apart.
Alright, so let's see what you have to roll against. Alright, you need to roll 3 or higher.
I will re-roll that complication.
Alright.
Yeah,
Six successes.
that's 6 successes.
That's
Okay,
6
and
successes.
you because I have pack tactics and I assisted, you have a bonus momentum to work with now.
Yeah, that's a bonus free floating momentum.
Reduces resistance.
Yeah, sure. I'll reduce his resistance.
Okay. So his resistance is only 2 now, and you did 2.
Vicious 2. Ooh.
Yeah, so that's 3,
10.
10 damage. So, yeah, you go in, you slash this guy, blind him, and he falls over unconscious. And that's where we're ending the combat. And as they're laying unconscious, Mizue yanks the staff out of Varask's hands, points it point blank at each of their heads, fires it, disintegrating both of them.
Also, I'm gonna use 3 momentum to give back my determination.
3 momentum to give back your determination? Okay.
3, yeah.
It's the
All right.
exo power that they're using.
Yep. Okay, that drops your momentum down to 2 now.
That's fine. We'll build it back up.
Yeah.
Catharis and I do our secret handshake.
Fa la 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 la.
I kind of like roll my neck and shoulder as I stand up.
And Mizue actually walks over to you and goes, I have to say, I never expected to see such a display from Acacian.
There's more where that came from.
And he just gets the big grin that you're familiar with him. Now, if you don't mind, let's go put out that fire.
Good idea.
And with that, we're actually going to cut back to the Cassini 3 days from now. In this time, Captain, you get reports about what's going on at Beta Z. You start hearing about they're starting to encroach on other core worlds. They seem to be giving Bajor a wide berth, possibly because they don't want to tangle with the prophets and their time powers. There's been a lot of reports about lots and lots of issues inside Klingon territory as it's falling slowly to the Iconians. A lot of Gorn space is now under their control. The Tholians even seem to be getting pushed back, and the Tholians don't get pushed back that easily. lost contact with the Breen. There's been little to no communication from the remnants of the Romulan Star Empire. They're widely believed to be mostly gone right now.
To be honest, that's all pretty much background noise at the moment. He's read the reports, but hasn't really absorbed the information.
Yeah. One thing that is starting to come through with these reports is that this is telling you you're getting close to the end game of the war.
Yeah. He knows the signs.
Mm-hmm.
Is this on par with like knowledge that Harrison would have from before?
Yes. There doesn't seem to be any change in history. It seems all appropriate.
None of the macro level, anyway.
Yeah. If there's been any like disruption of the timeline, it's not visible.
It does at least mean we're going to win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Harrison's trying to put on a brave face, but he's been getting frazzled with each day. Not knowing is unfortunate. And the Admiral, we're not talking about him.
Yeah. Which Admiral? The Admiral or your Admiral?
Our Admiral.
Our Admiral. Okay, yeah. He's I don't want to think about what Ted's doing right now. It's probably something horrible.
You'll find out.
Ted found one of Logan's like suicide run.
I'm just seeing this old man Ted.
Logan's run, anyone?
Someone finally got it.
I got it earlier. I just wasn't going to make the joke. I'm just imagining now Ted dual wielding like P90s through it.
It's either that or he's building a phone booth.
Excellent.
Yes, that one.
There's no Bill on board, though. All right. It's at this point in time you actually do get a hail from the Admiral.
On screen.
Captain, wanted to let you know things did not go well. We're officially withdrawing the fleet from Beta Z.
I read the reports.
To that end, I'm going to facilitate communication directly via the quantum entanglement communicator to try and arrange an immediate pickup. The extraction has to happen now. There's no other choice. I've got a small fleet of 4 ships that'll serve as a distraction.
Mm-hmm. All we need to do is distract. We'll swoop in and grab our people and get out of Dodge.
Good. I'm patching them in now, and he signals to his communications officer, and an image of the Patriarch appears on the screen, kind of like in a semi-holographic form.
Okay.
Admiral, I told you not to contact us.
Patriarch?
Captain! I'm assuming you must be Captain Harrison of the Cassini.
Indeed I am. We've received word from the fleet. We're attempting an extraction shortly.
Understood. Our location is, and then the communication cuts out? Because as you see on the screen on the Admiral ship, you see a massive explosion, and then the comms cut.
Jesus. Is there any way for us to resume communication with the Patriarch?
Well, unfortunately, the receiver for the quantum entanglement communicator was on the Admiral's ship. Without the Endeavor, we cannot engage communications. However, we do have its frequency. I might be able to track its location, but we won't be able to engage communications.
Do it.
Aye, sir. All right. Ariel has to now take the lead on a roll because she's the only one who can actually do this.
And in the meantime,
baby, go!
inform the ship we're going to be ready for extraction protocol. You've had 3 days to prepare this. Let's get
Yeah.
it right the first time.
So,
Well, no, this is 3 days later, so
I know. I'm saying we've had 3 days to prepare for this.
yeah.
So, like, in those 3 days, Graz has spent a lot of time, just boxing and getting out a lot of pent-up frustration. Now, he's at his helm, just, like, dead face, just
Yeah.
And I should mention, all the departments have fully restocked on everything they need. Lots of extra medical supplies, extra repair equipment, etc., etc.
And surplus replicator material?
Oh yeah.
Excellent.
All the fuel tanks are maxed.
Fantastic.
And Ariel succeeded, so you do have a lot.
Alright. As soon as we get any sort of sign that the distraction fleet has arrived, we go in.
Alright.
I'm
Well,
on
the
all
distraction-
transporters. I'm on all transporters prep, just in case one can't get a lock, we'll get them with somebody else.
Okay. Well, you have a beacon lock on the fleet. If you leave now, you'll arrive about 15 minutes after they enter the system.
Now then,
All
take
right.
us out.
And as soon as the word's gone, Graz has hit the button.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make you roll for it. It happened.
Big
There's
sweeping
a
shot of
big,
the
there's a
of the,
big button that just says "punch it."
big
And he
sweeping
literally
shot of the-
punches it.
No, like,
He literally-
Logan's,
with his fist, he slams down on it with his fist.
I'm back on Cait. Varas sits up and goes, "Someone's broke a console."
Stop breaking the consoles.
Cue Logan's Starfleet as a promise speech.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then cutting back to Cait, where everybody is. And the patriarch walks out with his in his helmet because he doesn't expose himself. Because everyone still doesn't know he's here. As you've learned over the last couple of days, he wanted to go undercover with his troops. He wanted them to treat him as just one of the others, and they've kind of given him the nickname the Faceless One because no one sees him.
Right. Brave man. Have I assume in the 3 days I've kind of done a perimeter sweep and there's been no way to communicate with the ship.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do. There has been one complication which luckily will be resolved, which is Tavita Rika was starting to run out of Ketracel.
Okay.
So he's a little on edge, as Jem'Hadar, who are starting to run low, often do.
Right.
Luckily, there have been things to kill.
Yes, there's been at least 6 or 7 additional skirmishes with Iconians.
How much better has Varas gotten with the staff? Please tell me they let him use it again.
They did not let him use it again. In fact, Mizoi has basically slept with it, saying, "No, do not come near this thing. Treat the wounded."
We'll get you some holodeck time.
Mm-hmm.
If that's the case, then Varask will have been very withdrawn and quiet from the rest of the group lately. The last couple of days,
Throwing
barely
himself
speaking to. Yeah.
Yeah, just throwing himself into the medical work.
Herald
Yeah.
staff withdrawal. It's a horrible thing.
Yeah.
I need my
he's
dark matter, man!
He'll if people speak to him, he'll give them polite answers, but other than that, he's not communicating with anyone at all, really.
Gotcha. Catharis, there is something that's kind of been interesting for you. Mazue's personality has been started to shift from being how harsh it was that first day, and starting to remind you of the man that you'll know him as.
Yeah, I'm still giving him a distance because awkward. But yeah, I imagine most of my time when not fighting, I've been trying to hunt and make sure people are eating.
Oh yeah, there's been a lot of hunting, eating a lot of jerky of some of the animal life in the forest.
Cannibalism.
And spending lots of awkward time with Dad.
And you've learned some things that we'll discuss out of character.
That's fine.
We don't have time for that today.
No, that's fair.
But you two have gotten closer. All right. So the Patriarch walks out and goes, "Get all the children prepared for an extraction." And then he walks over to you, Commander, and you, Lieutenant Thelixa, and goes, "Your boss just tried to contact us."
Good news, I hope.
Yes and no. We're getting out of here, but Admiral Graham's ship appeared to have been destroyed.
Fuck.
Just like that.
We've
Cutting
suspected
Odyssey
that.
class down like butter.
Yeah. Well, we've suspected that the Iconians are monitoring our entanglement communications, and now we know. How do they even manage that?
I don't know.
Regardless.
True. It's only a matter of time before they're on top of us.
Well, the fleet's already moving into position, presumably cause a distraction.
Hopefully they can take the excess.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna, offer my hand to the Patriarch.
He takes it.
I'm gonna do my best to get as many of your people out of here as I can.
These aren't my people, they're your people.
Well, our people in some sense.
In some sense. Commander Mazoy. Yes, sir. When we get extracted, the Iconians are going to know this location. I want you to get anyone we're not extracting out of here. Start a new base camp at a different part of the mountain. Aye, sir. You two, come with me. And Mazoy walks away. Commander, thank you.
Why not?
The fact is, our people have been at odds for far too long.
Ironically, I've heard this speech before.
Isn't that true? Then all I can say is, be good.
I'm working on it.
You're better than you think you are. All right. Captain, how are you going to be making the approach to retrieve them?
I'm probably going to say we're going to pop in, activate our stealth systems, and probably get there as quickly as possible.
I more meant how are you going to extract them from the surface? Are you taking the whole ship down, or...
Oh yeah, we're taking this ship. That'll maximize our chances of getting a transporter lock.
Okay.
She can do atmospheric.
She can do atmospheric, but she can't transport 60 people.
No, we don't. We're not expecting to transport 60 people. The idea was to get a lock on the Patriarch and our team. We don't know we're taking extra.
All right, then. So, Grass, can I get you to do a daring con check?
This is quite daring.
Yeah, quite daring. And Don, you've had luck. Yeah. Don, can I get you to roll the Cassini with an... This is going to be Structures Con, because you have to make sure the ship doesn't break up.
Okay, I will
Structure con.
I will spend a momentum just for a third dice, just to for reasons.
Okay.
Did we set up the pattern enhancers on the surface?
Did you?
Yes.
Okay.
When someone asks you if you set up the pattern enhancers, you say
You
yes.
say
Yes.
yes.
All right. All right, so you hella succeeded at that. So,
Yeah, like if Graz hadn't been boxing, he'd be like in like holiday whatever's available, doing like practicing, like just.
Can
Yeah.
we create an advantage with two of these momentum? And Baz, let me know what you think of this. Like, can we have a situation where the Cassini comes down on the opposite side of the planet from the bulk of the Iconian fleet?
I mean, they're all over the planet, so.
Well, yeah, but they're gonna move to engage the diversion force. So I'm thinking,
Okay.
like, Cassini kind of comes in almost like the Normandy, if
Gotcha.
that makes sense.
I got what you're saying. Yeah, I'll allow that.
Because Graz is also efficient in stealth moves, so he would approach us in the way that would be least
Threatening.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I mean
so
that
The smallest
would
sense,
have,
create the smallest sense of footprint.
Yeah.
All right. So you come in, you manage to successfully stealth your blue shift. You make a very subtle glide into the atmosphere with minimal air resistance. Like, it just comes in perfectly. And you're approaching the mountaintop.
Transporter rooms. Let me know when we get a lock.
Captain, there's a lot of people there. I'm having a hard time distinguishing RP patterns from what looks to be like a lot of, I'm thinking, children, based on the pattern sizes.
How many?
60 or 70? Like I said, the patterns are kind of blurring together.
Would that make a dangerous
Talus
transport?
would have ushered the children into the pattern enhancer like circle.
There's 60 of them, and remember that thing is like, what is it, 3 meters by 3 meters by 3 meters triangle?
I mean, kids are small.
Yeah, we'll stack them.
Stack 'em.
We've got a Caitian pyramid.
What about the Patriarch? Any lock on them?
Yes, I am detecting a few Frost and Life Signs. One appears to be around our crew. Oh, sorry, 2 appear to be around our crew. 1 seems to be walking away.
Prioritize our crew and the Patriarch, and start with the children.
Alright. Aye, sir. Gonna have to roll. Generic Engineering Officer 12 has to do this.
And I just look at everybody
Yeah.
on the bridge. Children? Jeez. Like, he wasn't even quite prepared for, like, the realities of the situation.
Settle down.
But it makes
children.
sense.
Uh-oh! Transporter failure!
No! Ship! help!
Assisted by the ship. Assisted by the ship.
Alright.
What's the ship rolling?
I guess this would be Sensors Engineering.
Ooh, so that reduces the difficulty by 1, does it not? Advanced sensor suites for the win, baby.
If you're scanning.
Any use of sensors.
Oh, well, yeah, then I guess it does.
Still, roll for the ship.
Oh,
Really?
Somebody else roll for the ship. Give me spend momentum, reroll that.
It's give me 2 threat to reroll that. We don't do the momentum.
I would do that. I would suggest that.
Yeah, worth it.
Yeah.
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 All right.
it's transporters.
You
We
want
don't
me to
want an
roll it
accident.
Alright. Alright. So you met.
Alright.
You met. Okay. Roll it.
Okay.
There we
Better.
go.
There we go. Alright. Well, it gives you a momentum. You managed to get the crew on board. There was some touch and go because their signals were getting interfered by the magnesite deposits inside on the mountain.
All right. So I'm not going to recommend engineering staff get every single transporter we have working to get those kids out. pull the runabouts, the Delta Flyer, anything.
All right. So I'm just gonna do one more roll to see if we get the kids.
Jesus.
Kashima! Roll! God damn it!
It's
That
not
wasn't
even
even
him.
It's not even Kashima. He just got beamed up,
We just have a
It's
guy who
Jin-
just has 8.
and he just is like, and just like the sensors go out. Like if there's too much interference, you're too close to the thing now. Now you can't even scan them. Sir, I've lost transporter lock.
How close are we to the area?
About, I don't know, 5 kilometers.
Okay, it's time for crazy.
Visual range.
We are going to pull down to the area. We're going to hover, start building as many bridges as we can. We are pulling these people out the old-fashioned way.
All right. Baz,
I'm calling the our senior staff to the bridge immediately.
All right.
And
Baz,
everybody.
Baz, daring con.
Okay. Is
I
it
want all
what
the-
kind
all
of
the airlocks.
difficulty is this?
What?
What kind of difficulty? What's the difficulty?
This is going to be difficulty 2 because you're in an atmosphere and you just need to get into a good position without hitting the ground.
Okay.
You okay there, man?
Bridges.
Yeah, just coughing up along. That's all. That's fine. That's as normal. So I'll be
alright.
spending a momentum.
All right.
Getting 3 dice. Getting a focus, and that'll be it. Daring, you said.
Daring, yes.
We'll replicate bridges if we have to. We're getting these people out.
You don't need to replicate bridges. You've literally got the aft compartment.
Yes. Perfect.
Shuttle bay.
So the shuttle bay's too high up because of the sloping underneath, but the bay that the GO is in, that actually has a ramp so that you can deploy it on the surface like this.
Perfect.
Okay, so someone do the ship.
Don, I'm
So-
going to have you.
Okay, what's the roll for the ship?
This is going to be engines con for this one.
Okay. Got it.
All right. So you managed to navigate into position, and you hear Sahen. All right, lower the lower ramps.
Create a shield bubble. Yeah. Create a shield bubble around ourselves and the refugees. Prioritize power to shields. We'll have to take a few hits, but I want to get everyone that we can.
All right. So the 2 bays open, deploy their ramps, and you have a number of people running up them.
Yeah, we just have a couple security officers directing people up.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little chaotic.
It's a little chaotic, but you do it.
As soon as I look over, is Commander Theros on the bridge?
Yeah. Everyone's
Yeah.
on the bridge now.
Commander, how many people are we looking at down there?
300.
300. All right, I'll be shallow breathing for a while. We can always just replicate some new air scrubbers.
You just hear Sahen going 300.
Make it work, Sahen.
All right. After like about 10 minutes, you get everyone in, and now there are Iconian Mirror fighters on the way. Graz, time for you to earn your paycheck.
Oh yeah. I think this will be where I'm gonna put my determination.
You
on
determine
this
it? All right. What value are you using?
one. Through the eye of the needle, I guess.
All right. I love it.
And if we have to, we can deploy the ablative armor.
But your shields are still up, so
Yeah.
So is this daring?
yeah, this is going to be a daring con. I'm going to say difficulty 4 because you're getting out of a gravity well, low altitude, high speed, and trying not to burn up without compromising too much of your shields.
Okay, well I'll be getting a momentum again. Momentum spend. And my focus will apply. So let's roll.
All right. And I will handle the ship this time.
Ooh.
That's 4 though,
That's
because he
4,
burned it
though.
without you.
Yeah, that's 4. All right. So, Kraz, you if you had a lever, you'd have pushed it all the way over, but you don't because it's a touchscreen. So you just kind of rub your fingers all the way to the top, and the Cassini takes off at extreme velocity out of the atmosphere. And as soon as you clear it, the nacelles lift and separate, and you jump to warp.
Set a course for the nearest starbase.
Along the way, you actually rendezvous with the 4 other ships who agree to take some of the refugees to alleviate your life support deficiency.
Fantastic.
And
Commander, what happened down there?
Lots of hiking, lots of Iconians, and a shit ton of refugees.
Fantastic. When we get a chance, I want you and Dr. Mzaka to join me in the ready room.
Well, first I think you need to speak with the patron.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he doesn't really have anything he needs to say.
Yeah. No, actually, Harrison's going to say, no, I'd rather get this done first.
All right. I will make sure that the patriarch is settled in some quarters.
He's already requested a transfer off to one of the other ships.
Okay, that's fine. I will... Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, all the Frostons are leaving because they're aware of your Temporal Prime Directive, and now that they're on your ships, they don't want to take any risks.
That's appreciated.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Then I will take Mizaka and kind of like look over and like nudge.
Okay.
We have to go to the principal's office.
Oh, god damn it.
When they get there, they can see both the captain and the admiral are present in the room.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes. Ted's actually sitting quietly on the couch. It's Harrison who's standing up.
Okay, he's quiet. This isn't a good sign.
So... So you both went down on the away mission.
I went down to help them navigate.
And they needed a command officer, so of course I went down. I'm not...
I get you, alright? Points to Catheris. But the fact is, you didn't even talk about it? With me? At all? The 2 people I care most about in this freaking universe?
When was the last time you talked about anything with me?
Shut the hell up.
Oh, that's a bit hypocritical.
Yeah,
You have
maybe
no
it
idea.
is. But you know what? Ultimately, you didn't have to tell me. You did, however, have to tell me, Harrison said. Stargate regulation requires commanding officer approval before any civilian personnel go down into a potential hostile situation.
He did consult with the commanding officer, consulted with me.
No, the commanding officer of the vessel.
You would have said no.
You don't know that.
You're right, I don't. But time was limited, and his expertise was necessary.
And it would have taken a single communication. Doctor, I don't recall how things run earlier on the vessels you've served on, but here on this ship, we follow protocol.
Oh, we do?
Yes, we tried to.
You're right, Captain. I failed in following your protocols. My apologies.
Thank you.
And he turns
Now-
to Ted and goes, as for you...
Oh, the captain's not done speaking. I'm not.
Okay.
The Admiral and I have been speaking.
Oh no.
Is it possible that we won't, is it possible that this type of event won't happen again? Can both of you look me in the eye and tell me that this type of event won't happen again?
I look him right in the eye. No.
And Harrison looks
Yeah.
at the doctor.
The doctor, probably more genuinely than Cathera, goes, it will not, Captain. And part of the reason why is I would like to request to disembark at the next starbase.
I understand. Given the actions of the recent mission, that may be best for everyone.
Agreed.
He wasn't.
Cathera stopped.
Logan.
I did, however, want to bring you this, Captain. And he pulls out a pad that he's been holding on to for a little while.
Harrison will
It's-
take it.
It's a list of decryption algorithms for Ariel.
Thank you.
I hope that whatever she finds in there is not too disturbing.
Thank you very much. Honestly, I'm very thankful to say that this wouldn't. Very thankful you were honest about saying this would happen again. We were contemplating conscription.
Unfortunately, conscripting me would be rather difficult right now, as there are several conflicts of interest.
Unfortunately, it wouldn't. Apparently, the Temporal Prime Directive has been suspended, and thanks to emergency mandates made by the United Federation of Planets president. Officers of my rank and above are allowed to conscript previously served Starfleet officers.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
But it seems we don't have to do that. Because we're all going to be nice and not put ourselves in unnecessary harm's way.
In
Mazaka
spite of-
doesn't even.
Sorry, go ahead.
Mazaka just gives a look at Ted and goes, "You're fucking one to talk about that." Captain, permission to be dismissed.
Granted.
And he walks out.
Catheris looks between the two of them. Looks at Ted.
You want to talk.
You're a dumbass.
I am trying to keep everybody freaking alive on this ship, and for some reason that makes me the bad guy.
No, I understand where you're coming from. I do. But at the same time, throwing your weight around like that, it's one thing for him not consulting you to go on an away mission. It's another for you to do something like that.
He barely listens to me in the first place. Alright.
Maybe there's a reason for that. Maybe instead of talking at him, you talk to him.
Yeah, I would
And
love that. If he would ever freaking talk.
Ted,
Funny.
can I get Ted to do an insight command right now?
Sure. I'm going to assume no applicable foci.
No, but there is, however, value that you need to have a revelation about.
Okay. Let's roll.
All right. I'm not giving momentum because this isn't a spend. Ted, you suddenly realize, oh, fuck, I am that authority now.
He just pinches the bridge of his nose. Oh, god damn it.
Yeah.
So I need to know, are you going to be crossing out or keeping that?
I gotta go make some apologies. Excuse me.
And I just pat him on the shoulder.
Yeah, he's gonna leave.
All right. And then there were two.
I'm just gonna look to Harris. Sorry,
Harrison softens now.
you.
Yeah, Harrison softens now that it's just us two. I understand there was a time crunch, but the protocol is there for a reason.
Yeah, no, I get it. Nobody died on my first lead mission.
And that's we're all very thankful about that.
Kind of. So, I mean, yes, actually, people died.
Yeah, the Gord is like, what the hell, man?
I feel bad. I was making light, now I feel bad.
Yeah.
Also, you'll never guess who surface.
Who?
Tall, dark, and Frossen.
Oh, that must have been an interesting experience. He didn't read your mind, did he?
Oh, not him!
The Patriarch?
Yeah.
Utterly fantastic.
Blindsided me with it.
That is unfortunate. But as far as I can tell, it hasn't had any major impact. Everything seems to be on the collision course with... Well, I guess you wouldn't know what.
With the future?
Yeah. Or, I guess the present. Which is both good and bad, considering what happens.
I don't like the thought of the two of you alone and scheming, so I have to go take a shower to, like, wash that off of my brain.
To be fair, we had 3 days to mull it over, and we were wondering if you were dead or alive the entire time.
Surprise!
For the record, I am very glad you came.
Killed a lot of Iconian.
Even if I have to put an official reprimand in your file.
I just kind of, like, roll my eyes.
Yeah, no, Harrison's just kind of grinning.
Alright.
Alright, you're dismissed, Commander.
And I head off.
Alright. And we're just going to have one quick moment to end tonight's episode. Catheris, as you walk into your quarters to take that shower,
Yep.
You notice on your desk there's a single pink rose. And that's where we're going to end it tonight.
Oh.
That's great.
Alright. We'll see you guys next week for Valkyrie Flight.
Yay!